Hey friends, we're gonna take one cookie dough and do it two ways, okay? So we're gonna make brown butter chocolate chip walnut cookies, and we're also gonna make brown butter spiced oatmeal cookies. This dough can be made so many different ways. You can take 1 cup of flour away and then pulverize graham crackers and do like a cup of graham cracker crumbs or dust and substitute that for the flour and make s'mores cookies with marshmallows and chocolate. Oh my gosh. You can make chai cookies. You can make, like a kitchen sink cookie. You can, make oatmeal raisin cookies, which comment below if you're team raisin or team no raisin in your cookies and your cakes and things like that. Team no raisin over here. Anyhow, it's going to be a fun ride. We'll be together for a couple of days because like I said, this is a dough that will need to rest in your refrigerator for at least 48 hours. So if you're planning on baking these for tomorrow, you can still rest it for 4 hours, right? But I definitely recommend planning ahead. On another note, speaking of planning ahead, I have a goal to get to 1,000 subscribers before Thanksgiving. And I know I can do it with your help. It costs nothing. It's completely free, takes less than 5 seconds. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and I would really appreciate your support. Comment below other recipes that you'd like to see, and let's get started. Let's go. So one thing about me, I love a roast and a toast. So before I use these walnuts in the cookie, I'm going to toast them in a pan, because it's really best to get a little bit of extra flavor, right? I know you're gonna bake them. Hear me out. It makes a huge difference. So just take the extra couple of minutes and toast your walnuts or whatever nuts you're using in your cookies. It will, trust me, it'll make a difference. Okay, it is time for my favorite part. It's time to brown the butter. That is my most favorite part. I love the way it makes the house smell. Drop down in the comments if you know of a candle that smells like brown butter. I'm here for it. Please and thank you. For those of you who are saying, why should I do this extra step? A lot of these extra steps that I'm doing are just adding more flavor to the cookie. I can tell that there's a difference in my cookies when I don't brown the butter versus when I do. I guarantee once you start browning your butter, if you haven't already, for your cookies, that you will absolutely 100% want to do it from now on, because just make the recipe and see. Comment once you make the recipe, comment below and let me know, circle back, okay? And let me know if you can tell a difference or not. Yes, that is brown butter, baby. Brown butter, baby. I'm gonna take 2 ice cubes, 1 for each stick of butter, and add them to the butter. 1, it's gonna stop it from cooking. But 2, it's gonna add back the water that evaporated from the butter, so that the cookies are still nice and hydrated and, not too dry when we add this. So of course now outside wants to be cloudy and mess up my natural light. What's up with that? Anyway, it's okay, we pivot. It's time to mix my dry ingredients, and then I'll mix up my wet, and then we'll mix them together. And we're almost done making the dough. I'm really excited. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. They do 2 different things and you need both. Then I have 2 teaspoons of espresso powder. I use the Illy brand. Feel free to use whatever you want. And no, your cookies won't taste like coffee. It's really just to bring out the nuttiness in the brown butter and the notes of chocolate. It's gonna be amazing. It's a flavor enhancer. Then I have 2.5 cups of flour. When I make this recipe, I typically add the espresso powder to the sugar, which I added a little bit to the flour. That's fine. It's not gonna mess it up. But I'm still gonna add the rest since I caught myself. I'm gonna add the rest to the sugar. Okay, so I have half a cup of white granulated sugar, 1.5 cups of dark brown sugar. If you have light brown, it's fine. I've done it with both. Whichever one's fine. If you want that like molassesy flavor, it's gonna be delicious. Just add a little bit of molasses to your light brown sugar. That's really the only difference between light brown and dark brown sugar. You'll be fine. And then I'm gonna add the rest of my espresso powder, vanilla bean paste, and brown butter and some eggs. Let's mix our wet ingredients. So go ahead, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Go ahead and combine everything until the sugars are hydrated by the butter. How many of you actually measure your vanilla? I do not. I use vanilla the same way I use garlic powder and smoked paprika. I just follow my heart, okay? So I'm adding some vanilla bean paste. Smells delectably delicious, and we mix. I'm just gonna whip a little bit of air into this batter. See how much more smooth the batter is and like airy, and it's lighter. So you don't need a whisk, like a mixer for this. This didn't take me long at all. It took less than a minute to whisk it like this. So now I have my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients, and I'm just gonna combine the two. Bowls like these are very deep at the bottom, so I always just like to dig deep and make sure I'm getting everything, whether there's some flour sitting at the bottom. So yeah, just mix until all the white is gone and you have a beautiful brown butter. Y'all, it smells so good. It smells so good. Look at that. Oh, it looks so good. Goodness, look at that dough. Okay, so the dough is doughing, and now I'm gonna split it in half. So I'm literally just gonna go boop, boop down the middle, right? Because I'm going to use this dough to make 2 different types of cookies. Okay, so maybe I did a little bit less than half. Listen, I think I like chocolate chip cookies more than I like oatmeal cookies, but I do like oatmeal cookies, and I like them without raisins. So for all of those, if you like your oatmeal cookies with raisins, feel free to add them. I had to look at y'all for this one. I do not like raisins in any type of dessert. I don't like it in carrot cake. I don't like it in oatmeal cookies. Look, but if you like, you know what? Comment below. Are you team raisins or team no raisins? I am team no raisins, all right? You heard it here first. But I will tell you what I do like in my oatmeal cookies. Let's go. So of course, we all love cinnamon. I also love clove, nutmeg, and like a dash, y'all, or 2 of allspice. And just a little extra clove in there for the razzle dazzle. Okay. There we go. Since we're here, I'm just going to use my hands to mix it on up. Now, I don't know about you, baby, but I love chocolate in my cookies. And it wasn't until recently, in the past maybe 5 or so years, that I liked chocolate and a walnut, a pecan, a macadamia nut in my cookies as well. I think I had, it was called a nutty chocolate chip cookie from a popular coffee shop. And I was like, okay, I appreciate this texture, right? I still love a cookie that's like, has a bit of a crunch on the outside with like a soft, gooey middle. So that's what we're going for with these today. But adding the walnuts, and I like them whole. I might chop them up a little bit, but I like big pieces of, you know, walnut in there. And a couple different textures of chocolate. Watch. So I just kind of chop. I think this is like 60% dark chocolate. Like my dad is not a fan of dark chocolate at all, but when he tastes these cookies, you can't really tell. So like he couldn't tell, and he loves my chocolate chip cookies. So even if you're not a fan of dark chocolate, just trust me on this one. And I like the bars because they create these little pools of chocolate. Like, look at all these little shards on the knife, right? Those are all gonna go into the cookie and melt into the cookie dough itself instead of just being like little pieces as well. And then you just get all these little jagged edges and shapes, and it makes for a really fun cookie. And in addition to this, I'm still gonna use chocolate chips, but this just gives it a little bit more character. And it all, like I said, it's gonna be really ooey gooey, melty melty, which we all love. I typically use basically like 4 to 5 ounces of chocolate. It is not time to bake yet. I like for the dough to rest in the refrigerator for at least 48 hours before baking. You know how you have chili? And you'll have chili the first day when it's cooked and it's good, but then you put it in the refrigerator, reheat those leftovers, and it's like smacking, like even better than it was the first day. This is a similar situation. Everything just gets a chance to get to know one another, marry, you know. So yeah, let it rest. 24 hours is fine. 48 hours is great. I've even done 72 hours. Amazing. And then you can go ahead and put them in the freezer, bake them, do whatever you want. But definitely rest and chill your dough. Absolutely. Even if you can do 4 hours, 12 hours, but 48 hours, chef's kiss. We've got a baker's dozen. I used a 1/4 cup to measure out the cookie dough. So you can make some smaller cookies and, you know, definitely get closer to about like 25 or so, 24, 25 cookies. And make sure that you get like some nice, you know, chunks right on the top so you can get those really beautiful cookies that have the chocolate like right on the top melted, and it just turns out beautifully. So we are at the stage where we are going to put the dough in the refrigerator, and then we're just gonna wait for 2 days, and then we'll bake, and you can see you know, how amazing the cookie is. It would still taste great right now, but it would spread a lot more. It wouldn't puff up and have like those crispy outsides and that gooey interior. So just wait. It'll be worth your while. You can absolutely bake it right now if you can't wait. I used to always do a tester when I was developing this recipe. I would always bake one the day of, but now I'm able to wait. Also, I have some frozen in the freezer, so. See you in a couple days.
2 days later.
Okay, it is a new day. All right, we are here. It's been 48 hours. This one looks pretty good. Put her on over here. I'm gonna get an oatmeal cookie. Grace loves the oatmeal cookies. Lately though, she's starting to like chocolate a lot more. Ooh, look at these big old cookies, y'all. Oh my goodness. You can see they're nice and browned on the outside and nice and gooey on the inside. So we just are gonna let them continue to carry over, cook here for about 5 minutes before taking them off and putting them on a rack. You have your oatmeal right here, and you have your chocolate chunk and walnut right here. Look at those nice and crispy edges, and it's still nice and gooey in the middle. But listen, you don't have to hear it from me. Let's find out and see. Let's find out and see. So first, I'm gonna open up this oatmeal cookie. It feels nice and soft in the middle. Oh, yes. Ooey. Crispy edges, ooey gooey middle. You can taste all those warming spices that remind you of fall. No raisins. That is delicious. Now, here's the real test, okay? What is the chocolate chip cookie giving? From looks alone, oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. Ooh, that smells so good. You can smell that brown butter, just that roasty toastiness from those caramelized edges, and you can smell that chocolate. Look at that ooey gooey chocolatey goodness. And listen. So good. A little crispy outside, gooey middle. I couldn't ask for more. If you're someone who likes to put flaky salt on the top, do that when it gets out the oven. Not my thing, but if it's yours, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. But that, nobody can yuck this.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
What is this?
It's a brown butter chocolate chip with walnuts. You already know.
You made nuts in my mouth.
Let me know what you thought about the recipe too. We can do this dough a few different ways. This is good. I'm so grateful. Well, look. Thank you for spending some time with me, okay, over these past 48 hours while we bake these cookies. Shout out to my homegirl Mia with the shirt from Simply Wholesome out in LA. And just a reminder, my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving. We have about, 3 months to do it, and I know it's possible. So go ahead and click subscribe. Comment below if you tried the recipe, if you have any additions that you would add to the cookies or take away, and let me know what recipe you'd like to see next. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all for staying with me through this whole journey, and can't wait to see you guys next time.